All right. So it is Wednesday, 8 p.m. here, and we are going to go ahead and just get started. My name is Blake Bryson, and I'm really excited to be with you all. I have actually been working now and building a business with Nu Skin for about 8 years now, a little bit more actively than before here in the last about 18 months or so. I was actually born into a Nu Skin family. My dad is actually a guy that's been around now with Nu Skin for about 30 years. He's made over $20 million. His name is Bryson, and he's made over $20 million with Nu Skin. So that kind of piqued my interest from a really young age. And that's why I initially got started about 8 years ago. And now in the last couple of years, we've really kind of shifted our focus, and a window is open for me that's really made me want to focus more on building a business with Nu Skin. My background was in sales. I work specifically in sales for marketing for small to mid-sized companies. And I also worked in software as a service sales with a couple of different companies here in Utah, where me and my family are located. As a result of starting Nu Skin about 18 months ago and kind of going a little more full-time, I now do Nu Skin full-time with my wife, Kalani. We have 3 kids that are 6, 4, and 1 years old. And we are loving it. It's been a lot of fun. It's been great transition for me to move to be able to do this full time from home. So tonight, my message is mostly just to kind of let you know the whole picture. This meeting is specifically for new people and for people that are looking to do a little bit more or learn a little bit more about Nu Skin and how they can actually, take advantage of the opportunity at hand. So we're going to be talking a little bit about 5 different trends that are really important in picking a platform or picking a business, regardless of what type of business you're looking at. These are 5 different types of platforms that are very important for you to consider in doing that. So first, let's see, and Shelby just raised her hand. If you want to message in the chat, I'm sure there's other people in the chat that can help you out with any questions, just so you guys know if you're live and have questions. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about trends and what kind of trends or wind is at our back right now. We're going to talk about the company that we're partnered with, being Nu Skin, the products and the different kind of ways that those can be an advantage for you. And we're also going to talk about what types of products have come out recently and also in the past that are still very prevalent and popular on social media and other places. We're going to talk about how to actually make money, and we're going to talk about how to make more money by using Nu Skin's new compensation plan that came out here in 2018. And then we're going to talk a little bit about timing, not just for the business and for Nu Skin and the world, but also just for you. And kind of what that means for you. So first, these are some of the main trends that have been popping up in 2018. These are some of the main things that you're going to see, not just in Nu Skin or in social media, but in companies and in different promotions and marketing online. This is what people are really looking to do and are kind of some of the hot buzzwords right now. So people are looking for a way to be able to work flexibly. They're kind of all part of that gig economy or micro entrepreneurship or whatever word you'd like to use for it. A great example of that is something like Uber or Lyft, or people that are looking for ways to make money online or during their part-time or during their downtime or anything like that, mostly because people are vastly underemployed or they're unhappy with the amount of compensation that they're getting. So they're trying to make extra money to be able to afford the things in their life that they want to do, which is things like, travel or whatever it may be with their kids more, and kind of focus on the things that are more important to them. This is the type of thing that the baby boom, not the baby boom generation, but more so the millennials are kind of really focused on, is finding ways to make money that are more unconventional than what people in the past had done, as far as like going and getting an education, getting a job in that chosen field, and then working there for 40 years, retiring, and so on and so forth. It's more so about finding a way to use the technology around us to live a lifestyle and to make money and do it at your own will. Anti-aging is going to be something I talk about a lot more as we talk about the products that we actually deal with. But right now, talking about the baby boomers specifically, they all want to stay young, but not just stay young. They want to look young. They want to live a higher quality of life as they age. And they've passed on those beliefs and ideals to the younger generations and to the coming generations. So that's something that isn't just going to go away when the baby boom generation starts to not focus on it anymore. It's something that they've passed on and something that people think about as early as their 20s now, or are kind of improving quality of life, staying and looking young and feeling young. So that's something that's become, a $1 trillion industry and will continue to grow as it goes. And then, of course, there's social media, which has really dominated the way that people communicate. It's been something that's made it so that you can talk to a lot of people at once and that you can actually put out information into a lot of people's hands all at the same time. So these are all kind of the trends that you're obviously seeing grow around you. They're things that you probably already knew, but having it pointed out is something that can be very important as we kind of go forward. So what we do, and when someone asks you, so what does Nu Skin do? The easiest answer to that is to say that we connect people. So we connect people to our products and to the opportunity that they kind of give people to look and feel younger, to live a higher quality of life, to live a, whatever type of lifestyle that they need to address with the different products in our portfolio. And then we also connect people to the business of distributing those products and to talking to other people, if that makes sense. So we connect people to the products and we connect people to the company. And this is the company that you're connecting people to is Nu Skin as a partner. So when you're looking to start a new company or you're looking to start a new venture, one of the most important things that you'll consider is, who could be my partner in this, who could help me get going. Nu Skin is a company that's grown over $1 billion in the last 8 years. They currently actually are on track to finish 2018 at almost $3 billion. So they will have added nearly $500 million to $750 million of year-over-year revenue in 1 year, just based on the growth and the trajectory that they're seeing. They're a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange, rated one of the most trustworthy companies in America. They actually rang the closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange here in just the last couple of weeks. So this is a company that, first and foremost, is projected to grow. We're in 50 markets right now, nearly. We're in 49, soon to be 50. And we're growing at a rapid rate. So this is some things that are really important, is to look at the infrastructure of the company and decide, are they looking to grow or are they looking to stay the same size? And when you look at Nu Skin as at a corporate level, they're constantly investing hundreds of millions of dollars in additional real estate, additional products, and reinventing the opportunity for new people like you who didn't start 30 years ago like my dad. And one question you can ask yourself is, so if my dad 30 years ago started as Nu Skin was kind of just really getting going, and he had all this growth and all this opportunity, why would he then involve his son and both of my sisters, so his daughters, in the business as well? And it's because this is still growing. This is something that is continuing to create more and more opportunity. And as you look at it further and look at Nu Skin as a company now, you'll see that there's so much projection of growth, that there's more opportunity today than there was even for my dad 30 years ago. So right now is really based on who Nu Skin is as a company and kind of what they do and the infrastructure they've laid and what they've done so far. It really shows that you here on this call have actually the best potential to really use all those resources that are now at hand that Nu Skin's built and refined over the last 30 years. Another thing that I think is probably the most important thing to look at with the company is to see what is really at the heart of their company. This is a slide that kind of talks a little bit about Nourish the Children, which is, I truly believe, the heart of Nu Skin. They're really dedicated to donating and trying to find a way to help kids in need. Vitamil specifically is a product that was developed using our science, using our same type of formulation for product, to find a way to help kids that are malnourished to be able to become, not just nourished, but healthy. It's also distributed in schools. So kids are going to schools, they're learning about agriculture, they're learning about basics of life to be able to increase the quality of life around them while also being fed physically. So it's really a program that's focused on improving the quality of life for people in every circumstance. And as of now, it's actually over 650 million meals have been donated. So that number actually needs to be updated. It's on this slide. But over 600 million meals now have been donated to kids that are malnourished in other parts of the world, specifically and mostly in Malawi, Africa. So it's a pretty amazing thing. Definitely something that if you don't get anything else out of this call tonight, I would definitely go and just do a quick search on Nu Skin's page about Nourish the Children and how you can get involved there and what you can do to get back to help these kids. Talking about our products, so looking at our science team, we have over 75 in-house scientists, which you may think, okay, big deal. Most companies have between 0 and 3 in-house scientists that are in the health and wellness space, or in the anti-aging space, most of which that have 0 actually just rent out a scientist or rent out technology from another company. And after it's developed, they don't actually have those scientists on retainer because they don't plan to improve the product. If they have a couple on retainer, then they don't really do much as far as development. They mostly just maintain the product to make sure that it stays up to date. With Nu Skin, we have over 75 in-house scientists. We're investing hundreds of millions of dollars in creating new products and launching new products and perfecting our products to even make some of our old products completely irrelevant by creating new ones that replace those. So this is a team that is totally focused on innovation and is focused on the source of aging rather than just the science. So it's not like putting, frosting on a cake and covering up the damaged, broken cake or whatever. It's baking a whole new cake and making it look nice. So back when the human genome was mapped back in, I think it was 2008, everyone thought that now that the human genome's mapped, these scientists are going to go in, they're going to figure out all these different causes of different diseases and different issues with aging, and they're going to correct it. And it's going to be like that movie Gattaca, if you've ever seen it, which didn't happen. Not a lot happened after they mapped the human genome, but a company named LifeGen Technologies identified these different ways to look at genes and the way that they express themselves. And Nu Skin recognized that and partnered with them and eventually purchased them to create the brand ageLOC, which is now a multi-billion-dollar anti-aging brand that focuses specifically on the sources of aging rather than just the science. They do both the science and sources of aging. These are our three head scientists in the picture here. I've personally spoken with all three of them. They're incredible people. They've got more accolades and more kind of proven track record and research and all these different things that have been done in their names and by them than really I think could be written down on a single piece of paper. That's why we have written it all down. So yeah, they've done some incredible things, and it's amazing to know that Nu Skin is constantly focused on innovative new products that are going to be at the forefront of what happens in health, wellness, and beauty. These are kind of our four main segments that we focus on. We have our beauty products, which is a lot of our daily use, a lot of our kind of standard, things that will replace a lot of products in your home. We have our business devices, which are some of our more highly unique, highly visible type of results that you'll see from those types of devices that are focused on the genome and focused on the sources of aging. We have our social selling products, which is probably how most of you on the call were actually introduced to Nu Skin, specifically through something like the whitening toothpaste or Power Lips or the tanner or whatever it may be. All these products are some things that other people may have, but what we've done is perfected or made more unique and created a really great way to share them on social media in a way that is profitable for the distributor that's sharing the product and also for the person that's building the team and and teaching the people how to share the product. And then we have obviously our inside kind of focus as well, which is our kind of more supplements are focused on your overall preventative healthcare, things like your number of antioxidants in your skin, the quality of the way that your body actually performs and works. And we actually also have in that business device line there on the far right is the scanner. And that scanner actually gives you a healthy living score. And most of these products that are in our supplement lines are actually backed by a guarantee that they will increase your scanner score. There's a lot more to learn there. I don't have time to talk about it tonight, but it is something that if you have some time and you can find a local person to you that has a scanner, you should go get scanned, learn a little bit more about your healthy living score and how you can get that better and how you can actually live a healthier life with a proven type of way to measure it. The LumiSpa is our most recent business product that came out. It's our most recent ageLOC product. It's specifically focused on cleansing the skin, anti-aging by actually pushing product deep into your skin as well, by pushing it deep into your dermis. It has a lot of additional things that you should learn about as well in the Nu Skin social media training group if you're a member of that. If you're not, then get with whoever invited you on the call and ask them, say, hey, what's this LumiSpa thing? Learn a little bit about it. It's rapidly become the most popular cleansing device in the device market. It ate about 15 to 20% of that market in the course of just a few months. So definitely something to learn about. It's something that's really kind of taking social media by storm, something that everyone loves. I personally have started using it twice a day. I actually just got back from Bermuda, so I've actually started to break out on my forehead because I wasn't using my LumiSpa as much. So I'm definitely missing it. And I've been using it actively ever since we got back because it works so well and it creates such a unique business opportunity as well for those of you that are willing to use it and share it with others, because it's something that people get addicted to. They literally love using it. There's a cleanser that's attached to it. And every time that someone's washing their face with the LumiSpa, you can actually be earning income. And we can teach you how to do that. So that's definitely something to get with the person that invited you on here about. We have a ton of training. So if you want to learn more about how to create a distribution network or to build a team, we have all of the resources that you would need. We have a group of over 5,000 people here in the Nu Skin social media training group. And then we have a group that's called One Team Global that is attached to literally every market that Nu Skin operates in. So you can find teams and information and training information and all the different translated materials that you would ever need. So you don't need to worry about going out and creating that yourself. This is all right here at your fingertips. It's super easy to access, and we can kind of take you through and teach you about all that if that's something that you want to do. Nu Skin obviously has gotten a lot of recognition by the media. There's lots of different celebrities, actors, actresses, and things like that that use our products. We actually are shortlisted right now with about 7 of our products in 7 different categories for different beauty awards that happen every year. It's kind of like the I'm trying to think of the best kind of way to compare. It's like the Grammys or the Emmys of the beauty world, and we have about 7 products that are shortlisted or nominated to win those different categories. So we're really excited to see how that goes here in just the next couple of months. So when you ask yourself, what kind of a company is Nu Skin, you learn about, nurse the children, the heart of the company, you learn about the numbers, you learn about everything. I think that this phrase that has been Nu Skin's main goal for its distributors for the longest time, for as long as I can remember, it really says a lot about what type of opportunity there is for you as a new person here on the call. The goal for Nu Skin is to be the world's leading business opportunity platform by paying more commission to our sales leaders, which are you and I, than any other company. So I come from a sales background, and I can tell you right now that most companies don't measure their success by how much they're paying their sales force. They typically measure their kind of success in different ways. So when I tell you that the company that you're partnering with is a multi-billion-dollar company that's paid out billions of dollars in commission, that has never missed a paycheck in 30 years, open in almost 50 countries, planning to go from nearly $3 billion to $10 billion in the course of the next 5 to 7 years. And I personally, in the last 18 months, have seen them go from a $2 billion a year annual company to nearly 3 in just 18 months. That's 33% growth in year over year almost revenue increase. So I can tell you that's happening in the next 5 to 7 years because I'm witnessing it happen right now. When you ask yourself, what does that company measure success by? And that's how much they pay us. That's a really good thing. So Nu Skin actually did just renovate their compensation plan. They're paying out more than they ever have in the past. And they're doing it to kind of focus on new people like you and I to help us be successful right out the gate, as far as not just building a team, but also in earning revenue. So the way that it works is very, very simple. You sign up as a member or as a distributor. You can buy Nu Skin products at wholesale. You mark those products up to a retail price and keep the difference. You can invite others to do the same. And as you do that, you start to earn bonuses whenever they sell product or someone in their team sells product. And then as you start to build multiple teams, so the people that you sponsor or bring into the team, they start building their own team, you actually earn an additional bonus. And that's where you start to see a real time and leverage type of income. When you have teams that are growing independently of you, and they have teams that are growing independently of you. And that's the type of thing that you'll never have in any job. I don't care if you're a maid, or if you're playing in the NBA, or if you're a surgeon, or if you're an Uber driver, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter what your job is. You'll never have that type of leverage of time and income unless you build some type of a system or some type of a vehicle that creates time and money freedom. And that's what this does. And that's how this works. It kind of goes outside of that linear thinking of I'm going to do this work and I'm going to get paid. You do this work and then you teach people how to do it as well and receive a little bit of that as well. And that kind of creates that type of lifestyle or walkaway income. The first thing you need to do is get started as a rep. That's totally free. Start to build a little team. It's a certain number of sales volume that you need to do. All of this training is actually in the group to teach you how to become a leader. If you're watching this and any of it's interesting to you and you think that there's any type of opportunity with a company that's going from $3 to $10 billion in a multi-trillion-dollar industry for free, if you can see any type of opportunity for you in there, then get with the person that invited you here and say, hey, I want to build this business. I want to do this, whatever level you want to do. And they'll be able to help you learn how to become what's called a sales leader or an executive with the company. And we can get you started from where you're at and help you through the whole way. We've done it with, almost 100 people now in the group, and we can continue to do that as much as we want and as much as you want. This is what that looks like as far as the compensation plan goes. You can earn daily, which is kind of you retailing product and earning bonuses whenever you do. You can become an executive or a sales leader and actually start to earn weekly bonuses that are paid out to you in direct deposit. And as you start to have executives that create other executives, over here on the far right, you can see that there's the additional bonuses that go anywhere from about $1,000 a month all the way up to people that are called blue diamonds that are making over $40,000 to $50,000 a month. And this is just a step-by-step guide. Obviously, it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of work. It's not something that just happens on its own. It's not like the products sell themselves or the company promotes itself. We're paid to connect people to it, to the product, and to the company. But as you see it written out here on paper, and understand that if you're able to build a distribution network with high quality, well-researched, well-developed products that actually work, then every time that someone uses one of those products, you can earn a small percentage. That's the type of walkaway type of business that really can change lives and allow you to do things that you wouldn't have been able to do before. I can tell you from my standpoint, my dad is a team lead. He's been one for over 20 years. He's earned, an incredible amount of money in a way that most people wouldn't even understand. He's made over $20 million with Nu Skin, and I think in the last 10 years, he's played 300 rounds of golf every single year. And it's because he's created a distribution network that he's able to now walk away from and see income come every single month. And that's the type of money that you just can't really put a number on. We say, yeah, he made $20 million. That's incredible. But he made it in a way that most people don't really have the ability to make it. And that's what it can be the end game for you. Or if your goals are smaller, if you say, hey, I just want to make another $1,000 a month. I want to be able to pay my mortgage payment with Nu Skin. We can show you how to do that. We have dozens of people that do that every single month in the team. If you want to just make a couple hundred extra dollars a month, we can show you how to do that as a distributor. Really, you just need to tell us what your goal is, where you want to be on this scale, and we can show you exactly what type of work that's going to take and how to do it. We have people in our team that are blue diamonds. We have people that are rubies. We have people that are all throughout the different areas of the compensation plan, earning anywhere from $50 to $100 a month, all the way up to tens of thousands. And really, you can decide where you want to fit on that scale and where you want to participate. So as far as timing goes, this is what I meant here is Nu Skin's going to do this with or without you. Nu Skin's going to do this with or without me. They're going to do it with or without really kind of any of us that are on this call right now. The question that you have to ask yourself is what percentage of the $7 billion of year-over-year growth that Nu Skin is going to add between now and the next 5 to 7 years do you need to really change your life? It's not a very big percentage that you would need yearly even to change your life. I mean, ask yourself, what would my life look like if on the 8th of every month I knew that there was going to be $5,000 to $10,000 that's coming into my bank account? Or what would my life look like if there was going to be $20,000 to even $30,000 or $40,000 a month coming into my bank account every single month on the 8th of every single month, plus any other product that you sell, plus additional weekly bonuses. So there's a ton of opportunity here. So the question isn't if it's the right timing for Nu Skin or if it's the right timing for this type of a thing to happen in our economy. The question is if this is the time for you right now to start putting in some time and learning how to do this. So right now, 20% of the workforce, which is 1 in 5 people, say that they're looking for another form of income. I think that 80% of the other people are just lying. Most people are looking for a way to make money. And if you went to somebody and said, hey, I found a fun, really easy way to make money online, is that interesting to you? A lot of people are going to say yes. We have game-changing technology coming out all the time. The Lumi Spa is the most recent example of that. We launched that product, we put it in the market, and it eats up almost 20% of the market within just a couple of months. Most companies can't say stuff like that. And as we do that with different social selling products and different things that we lay on top of a distribution network, if you already have a distribution network in place and a new product like that comes out that's a really hot product, you're going to see a large chunk of income come your way. So it's the type of thing that you need to ask yourself when the next product comes out, am I going to start building a team or will I have already built one? And that's what I would ask you. So is the time right for you now, or is the time going to be right for you later? Because now that you've been activated, now that you've seen it, and now that you know that it exists, you kind of have to make a decision to say, am I going to do something with this information that I have now, or am I going to regret it later? And the fact that there's no risk, it's completely free to start, that it's completely, really beyond just your time and a little bit of effort, it's completely free to start. There's really not a lot that you can say that was holding you back. My invitation as of right now is to say, think about these 5 things. Think about what we talked about tonight. Ask yourself, what am I going to do with that information? And if you want to get going, if you say, this looks like there's an opportunity here, it looks like I want to put some time in and invest some effort into it, I would actually recommend that you try some products. We have a lot of different ways that you can try products in a very affordable way at a wholesale or even below wholesale rate. Get with the person that invited you to watch this video or that invited you on the call here tonight. Ask them, say, hey, what are some different ways that I can try some of this product so that I can promote it efficiently? and your upline or whoever invited you to check this out will let you know exactly what you need to do. So thanks everybody for being on with me. I apologize. I did go about 5 minutes longer than I normally do. I hope that this is something that answered some questions for you or gave you some things to think about. If you have questions, feel free to get with whoever invited you to watch this, or feel free to shoot me a message. I'm happy to help out as well, or help with any questions. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your night, and I hope to hear from you soon.